Welcome, brothers and sisters, to the Smartsistah show and our next installment dealing with self-esteem in our Understanding Intergenerational Trauma series. Now, for those, if this is your first time tuning in, you need to go back a few episodes so you can understand what intergenerational trauma is. And this set of series are to talk about all the different ways we can heal the areas that cause intergenerational trauma. Now, I have a whole other series of videos that actually explain everything and what the behaviors are that we have displayed over the centuries of being oppressed, on so we can better understand some of our own behaviors and the behaviors of people in our community, which contribute to barriers of us unifying. And that's the whole point of this series. Both of these series is I know that's not a series, or I don't know how to say it, but yeah, the first set I really go in depth into explaining what the behaviors are, and during this particular series I want to actually give helpful advice about how to improve and change the particular attitude or behavior at hand. So the main thing, the behavior we're looking at for this episode is low self-esteem. Now, if you look at the other series, you'll see where I talk about the low self-esteem many Black people have, and the reasons why a lot of us stay in debt because we got to buy the best of everything. We got to be seen. You know, you wear your self-esteem in your hair, in your nails, in your clothes, in everything external rather than internally. And that is the problem. That's one of the things, the whole one-upmanship some of us have. You know, if you did something, I did it better. If you won't feel like you got to be the HNIC, and I explained that in the other one. I won't say it again, but y'all older people know what that means. You know, we always got to be seen. You got to be the best. You got to outdo somebody. You got to keep up with the Joneses. Those are the behaviors that really hurt a lot of our relationships because we're in competition. And I would say especially between women. Women dress for other women. Let's just go keep that 100. A lot of us are feeling like we're in constant competition because we're insecure. That's really what it boils down to. And men do it too. You know, toward other men. If you feel somebody's more attractive, if you feel whatever, some of us internalize that, and because we have feelings of inferiority, we go above and beyond. And a lot of times we're doing things that is not even necessary, because if you love yourself, if you care about yourself, it's a lot of crap you wouldn't even be doing because you're not worrying about an outside thing or other people. Of course, growing up, the people in our lives are key to us developing good self-esteem, but that's the whole point of intergenerational trauma. Each generation passes on some of its garbage or bad behaviors or bad coping mechanisms, all that stuff, because they don't know better. So you hear, all of us have pretty much had somebody in our life that was a negative Nancy or a negative Ned that just keeps, all they do is talk negative about stuff. Or Uncle Ruckus or a Steven, y'all know what I'm talking about. When it comes to Black people, all Black people ain't gonna never do nothing. All Black people ain't this. We ain't that. We ain't this. You can't do that. Why you want to change up? We never did it like that before. So why we got to do it like that now? What are you talking about? You don't know what you talking about. But all of us, we've heard that constantly in our lives. So we've had to swim through it and try to get to what is it that we need in order to stay positive, in order to stay on top of things. Okay, and all of us pretty much, even if, when you work through it, most of us, we still got that little voice in our head that's telling us, you can't do that. What are you talking about? What that you think you can do that? Okay, most of us have something in there like that that you have to fight against in your own personality and in your own way of seeing things and doing things and pushing yourself, okay, to have a purpose. Unfortunately, too many of us just survive. We're living, we're working day to day, living paycheck to paycheck, trying to do the best you can. Well, okay, I gotta go to the club and get my drink on, or I gotta have sex with whoever I want, or there are different coping mechanisms. You know, some people eat like me, okay? That's what a lot of us do, okay? So in order to feel better about yourself, basically you're going to have to really take some time for yourself. Slow down, get quiet, okay? Go into yourself, ask yourself, what do I like about myself? You know, I have an exercise, and I'm going to put a link to the self-esteem series I did in the description of this video, but where you can ask yourself, I always say, people, name 25 things you don't like about yourself. Well, people, they list those like nothing. And I said, now, give me 25 things you like about yourself. And I don't mean, I like my big toe, I like my baby toe. No. Now, I can include some body parts, but not like that. And it's hard as hell to name 25 things you really like about yourself. Now, that's some people, not all people. But most of us, it's much harder for us to think of positive things rather than negative things. That's the way we've been socialized, brought up, or whatever. Negative always comes out first over positive. Okay, so to get to your self-esteem, first of all, you got to find out what it is that triggers you or makes you feel bad. Maybe your mother always downed you for everything, always had something negative to say or whatever. And like I said, that's that little voice. You think it's not true, but a lot of stuff that we heard as kids is still in there. Okay, so you have to go inside of yourself and try to figure out what are the things. Are you sensitive about how you look? In our community dealing with colorism. Okay, are you light? Are you dark? Do you have good hair? Do you have natural, beautiful hair? But you already know some of us say you got bad, nappy hair. Okay, all that stuff, like I said, coming from slavery, when black women were not the standard of beauty, black men weren't seen as handsome. Okay, all of that garbage that we got put in our head to make us feel less than, they did everything to make you feel less than. We don't want you to read. We don't want you to know nothing. Da 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 da. And all of us has been affected by it. So building your self-esteem, you got to look at yourself in a light that has nothing to do with all the voices and all the influences in your life. Be it parents, be it siblings, be it friends, be it co-workers, be it teachers, be it whatever. All those people had something to do with the development of your self-esteem. And if it's low, you make bad decisions. You make decisions that are not going to help you grow and be healthy. Okay? You're going to party too much, drink too much, smoke too much, have too much sex, get in bad relationships. Anything you can think of, you're making a bad decision because you don't love yourself. You don't feel you're worthy of things. That's why a lot of people stay in abusive relationships with the opposite sex, because you're seeking affirmation, you're seeking something good, and you feel that this person can do for you, but they don't. And they're negative and toxic, and then they keep you negative and toxic. So the main thing, like I said, getting to your own self-esteem is you have to know who you are. You are special. You have unique talents and a unique way of looking at things, and you have to define that for yourself so you can then set boundaries to keep other people from knocking you off your path in life, because we all have one. Okay, and you cannot get to that if you're listening and you getting pulled every which way. You got to know who you are. You really do. And then once you build on that and feel better about yourself, a lot of stuff that other people want to try to do, you won't have any effect. It'll roll off you like water off a duck, because you know who you are. You know what you're put there for. And that's why a lot of psychiatrists or whatever use a technique of putting whoever the person is you feel that hurt you or use you or abuse you or whatever, put them in a chair and then talk to them and tell them everything you wanted to say that you may not have been able to say because you were a child or you were just in a bad relationship or whatever. And I've heard of exercises where picture yourself in a movie theater and you're projecting up on the screen the bad incident that may have caused a lot of trauma in your life. But what they say, keep running that incident over and over and over up on that screen. And then, like the person said, then run like Nickelodeon music over. And you're looking up at the screen, seeing this incident over and over and over and over with that music till after a while, you take the pain out of it. You take the hurt out of it. Right? So then that's how you're going to start feeling better and feeling better about yourself and getting over a lot of the garbage that somebody else has tried to pump into your head. Okay? So you have to, and then finding a purpose. Once you feel better about yourself, once you feel good about yourself, having a purpose in your life, dedicating your life to doing something. No matter what it is. Too many of us want all this great, grandiose stuff. Okay, that's fine. But if it's not quite in your reach yet, think of something that's in your reach. Think of something that you can do. Be it helping young people. Be it volunteering some time feeding the homeless. Have a purpose and a reason why you're here. Okay, because that is what's gonna help you pull yourself up and feel better and make better decisions and get healthy. If you need to go get therapy, if you need to talk to somebody, and that's always it, to talk to friends or people that you trust. And if you don't have anybody in your life that you trust, then that's why you need to get therapy, or you need to find that safe place you can go. Because some of us don't have a safe place. Or we feel like we don't. And so you keep all this stuff all bottled up. And then that's why you wonder why some people are just mean. Some people, trip. Some people make it their business to be toxic to you. All of that. Usually when the person, they're all messed up inside, that's why. Because they didn't have a safe place. They don't know how to do nothing but be toxic. So you're going to have to be able to learn to identify people like that and get away from them. Okay? Get away from them. Get yourself together. Feel good. Feel better. And then when we have high self-esteem, black people, when you have high self-esteem, when you think about the greatness of our people, okay, that's when you can get away from the, I heard a new word, Coonesians. Okay, these people that will run up behind white folks and want to be around them and do all that stuff and want to piss on you. Okay, well, no. When you know the beauty and the brilliance of your people, then that's how we can come together more. And I'm really pushing the African principle of Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. See, it's not about me being by myself and doing for no, I am here. I am because we are. If somebody prayed for you, somebody helped you, somebody somewhere, no matter what in your life, there's somebody that will help you and get you through, that you can finally grow and get mentally healthy. There's somebody there. And if you have to seek out that person, trust me, when the student is ready, the teacher will come. Okay? So we have got to get more in that loving space and a safe place and be who we are, and then that's how we can work together. We can't work together if I am because we are doesn't resonate with you, and I ain't nothing. I'm by myself. I could do it myself. I don't need nobody. Okay, then that's why you at where you at. And all I can say is we do have to have some humanity and patience with some of us, because some of us are so broken. We are so effed up that's where the Stevens and the Uncle Ruckuses come from. And so you have to kind of have a little bit of compassion in the sense that all of us are where we are supposed to be. It's what your mind can handle. It's what your thought processes are, all of that. And that's the thing. Change your thought processes. If you're hearing negativity and garbage all the time, garbage in, garbage out. Okay? Change your mindset. Change your thinking. Love yourself. Love Black people. Love our history. Love it. Own it. Okay? And then that's when your self-esteem will grow and you will get better. You need to do affirmations. That helps tremendously to help change your mindset. If your mind is kind of negative all the time, you're always looking at the bad things, or, it's all these conspiracy theories you got in your head, and I done heard that. Stop all that. Fill it with something positive. Fill it with a purpose. Like I said, find a purpose. Figure out, what are you here for? Not just to work and pay some bills. Okay? You got to find your purpose, really. And then that's when you can unite with other people that feel a purpose and that feel that there are things we need to do. And then slowly, then that's how we're going to come together and do what we got to do. But if everybody's all over the place, they're negative, they don't think they should work with nobody, they're individuals. That's the thing about European culture we got to get away from, is the whole being individualistic. Because if you're going to be by yourself, no man is an island, as they say. But if you feel like you don't need nobody, blah, 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 you're going to always be by yourself, and you're going to always be broken. Because you didn't deal with the stuff you should have dealt with. And the more people that do that and love themselves and love their people, then that's going to bring you closer together. It's just as simple as that. So that's the end for this one. Like I said, I have a full self-esteem series that I will put a link to in the description of this video. And please go there. I have exercises that you can do where we progress in steps so you can better understand what self-esteem is and where you are in the process. Some of us, it can be either extreme. Some people are narcissistic, all the way back down to people that have just low self-esteem and they function that way. So you got to do some tests, some exercise, and kind of see where on that continuum you fall, so you can heal yourself. Okay? So I will see you next time. Keep up with this series. Share, like it. I would appreciate that. Pass it on to friends, because we all need it. As I said, with intergenerational trauma, none of us escaped it. Some of us think we have, but no, you have not. We have a whole lot of family stuff, individual stuff that we got to work on to understand ourselves better and be healthy. So take care, and I'll see you next time.